Hello, Divine Ones. Welcome. Today, the guides are going to be talking about the New Earth transition, the New Earth children, and they're going to be talking about the fifth dimension and they're going to be expanding on the construction concept that they talked about in the last two videos. So this is the third part of a three-part series or three-part message. They say message. So it's part 3, and I'll put in the description the other two so that the links for the other two videos, you might like to watch them first if you haven't already. Okay, let's begin. Dear ones, we are overjoyed, elated to bring through to you and indeed with you this final message. Now, again, nothing is ever final, but the last that we will talk about this in this will be this trilogy, and if you would, of this message. We will talk about this today. Why are we overjoyed? We are overjoyed for you to break free from the shackles, from the pain of separation, from the shackles of the template that you have been living in and living through. You have all created a template in some shape, way, or form. You have created it and agreed to it. But it is dissolving now. Like construction, when there is a mess. And like construction, when you are trying to get somewhere in your life, and you're building everything, and you're like rocking it, and you're saying, look at me, I'm doing all the things, I'm getting it done. Now they're showing me like this, like making the money, and you're in a big rush to get to the top, and like the Jenga game, that we talked about previously, it must fall. And this isn't a bad thing. But we understand that some of you think that falling is. But it is lessons learned and opportunities to know, because who is hurt by the fall? The personality structure, yes, the physical body. We don't deny it, but we do say there's an aspect of you that is unharmed, and we wish you to know both. You are in a union, you are in an earth experience for a reason. You are all in your own way frequency holders. You are all in your own unique way frequency holders. And you are part of creating this new earth. And what you are doing and what you are bringing is very important. We see that some of you feel like you are of no importance. And what you have done has amounted to very little. And we wish to say, and we wish to say this with the arms of embrace. And we embrace you now, both with our hearts, and my heart is like they're bringing this through my heart. We embrace you, and we tell you, you are everything. Even if you feel like you are nothing, you are everything, and your existence matters. You matter. All of you matter. Now they're laughing at their own joke, because you're matter, and like form, like matter, and it's and you matter. They're so funny sometimes. And they say, you matter. And what you are doing is important. And we understand that sometimes you may feel like you're exhausted, you're tired, you can't continue to do it. You don't want to do it. You don't know that there's a point in doing it. And you can't figure out what the point is. And they say, so stop trying to figure out the point. You are the point. Your existence alone is enough. Iniokoroso chikarasa, you are a frequency holder. Iniakarasa chikara, your breath, ianikarasa, one conscious breath, iniakarasa is enough. Did you know that? Iakarasa, you don't have to try to build the Jenga game, ianikarasa, all the blocks, iokarasa, like a Lego tower, iniakarasa chikarasa, because it is going to fall, whether people like it or not, iakarasa chikarasa, because it is a game. So it cannot remain. It is temporary. Everything is temporary except for truth. Except for the vibration of truth. Anisikara, source, God, whatever, consciousness, whatever word you want to use. This can never change. This can never fall, although its energy can be manifest in many ways. It itself is still contained within the manifestation, and therefore that part of it is never changed. You understand? We say it again. All is one frequency, one energy, one source, one God. That has taken manifestation. But before this manifestation, the qualities of this cannot be found. But all qualities, like peace and love, like equanimity, can spring forth from this. But this energy itself, or this God itself, or this source itself, is like shapeless, it's formless. It holds no worry, no fear. And in some ways we would say, it holds no love, but love is what its essence is. So now I'm questioning this. And they'll talk about it more at another time. But they say, of course, don't doubt that there is love. That's all there is love. This love is the love of knowing. What is this love? I need more information. Is the love of knowing oneself and all things as one, and in this unity, it is nothing but love. But when you think of love, you think of love as a condition. And so why we say no, not love, is because we don't want you to put your limiting belief upon what cannot be limited. You think love is a service, it is a contract, it is a buy and sell. It is you do what for me I like, and I will do for you what you like. It is a handshake. It is an agreement. And this is not what love is. Love is a state of being that is unfluctuating and unconditional. And there is just one. And we will say source manifest. But even when that source takes a manifestation, it is still source. But it may be source manifest. And however it is manifest, depending on the reality and the dimension, will depend upon the expression or manifestation. And you manifest in this way, or divinity manifests in this way for many reasons. We won't talk about this today. But we will say this, you are all divine, and you are all worth it, and you are all important, and you are all here for a reason. Even if you feel like you have no reason for being here, there is a reason for you. And if you take one breath, consciously, it is enough. Even unconsciously, one breath is enough. All are worthy in their way. All are deserving and have the right to be. The right to be here, and the right to be, and the right to know. Not one gender, not one race, not one religion, not one anything, any group, anything. Not one is more important or more worthy than another. It doesn't matter to us. If you are wearing a robe and carrying the holiest of books, it does not make you better. It does not make you higher. In fact, it does not make you better than in any shape, way, or form. And we might say in some ways, it might make you lower. Now, this is not to say higher and lower, good and bad. This is to say higher and lower vibrationally. Why? Because you have been indoctrinated. And you believe in an old template that is not necessarily in truth. Now, we do not say that the teachings of Christ are not like valid or in truth, or the teachings of Buddha. There has been wisdom upon the earth that has been very like realized that it was in truth, but it has been twisted and bought and sold for money. And let's talk about that, because money is part of the construction. Okay. So the construction is some of the structures that you've built, and some of those structures that you've built are wealth, money, and political and educational systems. And food. This will be healed. Food and agriculture will be healed more than it will be uprooted. First, it will be healed. Because you have can I have another word, please? Okay. So you have pillaged the earth. And you have gone against nature. And really, all of you in some shape, way, or form, at some time or another have, whether it's this life or others, have gone against nature. And now the earth itself, like we talked about before, when you are in a relationship, and sometimes in a relationship, you might say, no, thank you. And you can still love somebody and also say no. But when you are saying no from a personality perspective, it is one level of vibration. And when you are saying no as the divine that you are, when you say no or you walk away from a situation, it is not walking away from a story. It is not walking away from a perceived hurt. It is walking away through a true knowing and a true understanding of like the bigger, what you would call bigger picture. And you don't walk away in fear. And in this way, the earth now has said no, thank you. And to all of the harm that it has received. In this same way as like a relationship that has been not for the highest good of both parties involved. What has happened upon the earth has not been in the highest good of the earth itself and of you. And we say it like this, and you might think of these two things as separate, earth and you separate. And this is actually the problem, because you are together, and you cannot live if the earth cannot live. And it's really that simple. If the earth cannot breathe, you cannot breathe. If there are not plants and trees and bees, you will fall to your knees. We like to rhyme, like a Dr. Seuss, because we like to have fun too. We cannot be serious all the time. Because you've made this already so serious. Everything is so serious. And you must lighten up. Why? Because light is your nature. Lighten up. Consciousness rising, 5D, new earth, lighten up. Now, there will be a healing of your systems of agriculture. But before this happens, you may see many changes in your food and your food sourcing and your food supply. And this is not scary. So not everybody run out and buy toilet paper like you did in COVID. And stockpile. There is not a hysteria here. But we will say, instead of doing this fear-based action, saying, oh, okay, food and agriculture, you are poisoning your own food. This is a simple fact. You are poisoning your own food source. It's like biting your own foot. You are gnawing at your own ankle. You are just hurting yourself. So this must change. Like construction, it gets messy, right? They gotta rip up the road to rebuild it. And this is one of these things that will be healed through love. The love of the unity of knowing you are one with earth and knowing you are one with all things. This healing is going to happen over time. And there will be times when food will be the way that you get food, the way that you source food, all of this, and the things that you've done to food and what it's doing to you will be known. You already know it, but you're going to know it even more. Yeah, you're going to know it even more. And also, in addition to this, you will be like one with the earth. You know yourself as one with the earth, and you will not dream of harming the earth because you are harming yourself. Stop biting your own ankle. And we like to say this because we think it's fun and funny. Okay, now, so this is not so much going to be healed as it's going to be, what is this word? Can we have another word? Fine. Okay, overthrown. Why? Why is it overthrown? Now they're talking to me, they're saying to me, they're going to settle my mind, because sometimes I say a word and I don't know why. And I will be like, why? Is there another word, a less triggering word? And they're saying why? Because right now there is a throne, there is a hierarchy, and you have to get over your throne. Your political system, that you have all agreed is a necessity to keep law and order in such ways, but you don't realize that you have been stripped of who you are at your essence. Since the moment you were born, your parents have told you, because it is continually passed on, that you must play this game of Jenga that we have talked about in many messages. That you must play this game, and as such, you play it, and you believe in all of the structures and all of the stuff that you have been told, such as things as you need presidents and prime ministers and people in power, and in your spiritual and religious, the truth of you has been taken out, and you have been told to not trust your truth, and instead here is the false truth to trust. Trust in the book. Trust in the book. And they say, you may trust in it all you like, but it is not in truth. Words on a page. Even our words are just words. Beyond our words, there is something grander. There is the truth of who you are that is beyond this, and we encourage you always to know it. And so our consequent messages will continue, and when they do, they will focus on how How do you know it? This is of importance now, and we wish to start this. And so we will in our next messages. So, but for today, we will say, your political system is going to be dismantled over time. And your wealth and like financial systems. And you can see it now. We're not saying something that you can't see. You know in your heart that these things can't continue. You know when you go to vote, you are like, oh, and oh. Like, how, right? And what do I choose? Not all of you, but some of you. You are putting one higher than another. You are doing this in every aspect of life. And in the fifth dimension, or in New Earth, or in the new template, this will not be. It cannot be. One is not important than another. One doesn't rule on high. The throne is overthrown. But you may keep it as long as you like. You may have all your thrones and your crowns until you realize that you have all the gold, you have all the treasures in you. And anything that you could try to get, keep, or take from another will keep you in the cycle. And you can do what you like until you don't like anymore. And it doesn't mean you don't get things. It's just that when you get things through the structure of the personality, it's very limited. And there's a grander expression for you. And it is happening now. So, some of this comes from a viewer that left a comment in the comments box about Bitcoin, and they did not ask a question, but I asked the question. So the comment in the comments box was about Bitcoin, and it said Bitcoin is the 5D money. And so I was curious about this, and I asked the guys about what is the 5D money? What does the 5D look like? What is this? And so this is what they said to me. And these messages are kind of like a springboard of this. And they started to talk to me about what 5D is going to be like. And is and money and wealth. And we ask you this question before we answer the question, because you have the answer. If you have been told again and again that you are the ultimate creator and you can manifest anything, and you are moving vibrationally into a new template in which you can create this like a beautiful earth. We ask you, why even now you need money? Why do you need money? And they're asking, and I'm talking to them too, right? Because we need food, we need housing, we need this. And they're saying this answer. You need money because you believe you need money, because you've been told you need money, and because you are on a template of requiring money in a way of exchange, in a way of worth. But soon you will all know your own worth. And money as you know it, including your coins and your cryptocurrencies, will not be in this way. Because you will find that you can create everything you need, and everyone shall have what they need when they are in this vibrational frequency of truth. All needs are met. Because right now the small self will never have enough. Isn't it true? No matter what you get, it's never enough. Because you are always wanting more. You look in the mirror, you want something different than what you see. You want yourself to be different than what you are. You are on a constant self-improvement treadmill. Like that hamster wheel inside of a cage, you are always trying to improve the small self. And round you go. And you may. And we say, it's good. Exercise the physical body. So we're not saying anything about this, but we are saying there's something grander, and there is something grander for you, and that grander thing is you. And you can manifest, because the divine as you manifests. So right now, you are divinity in form, but you are being informed by the personality structure. When this structure starts to be dismantled, the divinity that is you can express through you, and you know yourself as it. In this case, the requirements that you have now as a personality self no longer are your requirements. And the things that you are limited to now in this terrain, this landscape, this plane, this dimension, the ways that you are limited now, the ways that you experience life now, you will not have this same experience in the fifth dimension, in New Earth. You will not have this, because this is dense and heavy, and it cannot come here. It just cannot. So you must release all of these concepts of self to reside in this frequency of New Earth. And within this, you can manifest everything that you want and need, and you manifest it together. Right now, you get for you. You work for you, you work for your family. Sometimes you tithe, the money, but mostly you are for you. And then you tithe your 10% to other people or to your church or something. However, in New Earth, so your work is for the all, and you know your interdependence. Right now, you are all striving and picketing and rioting to be independent. You are all pushing and striving to be independent. Why? Because your individuality, your divine expression has been taken away from you, and you have been force-fed and shoved. Yes, and they're saying to me, yes, like this. These ideas, be like this, all over your magazines and billboards, be like this. And they say just be. But nobody's telling you that. Everybody's telling you to be more, get more, do more. And in New Earth, you know everyone's inherent worth, and so therefore you work together for the equality of all. You do not work now you work to build your Jenga. It's mine, it's my tower, it's my wealth, I'm building. The New Earth children that are coming will not follow this template. They will not follow the template of me and mine. They will create the template of we and us and unity consciousness, and they will know just as you have already known, like myself, and you have a knowing of the unity that we are. More are coming, and as they are born into this higher vibrational template that's being created right now, that we are creating right now, and he said that's being created right now, and from many ways, and they're showing me also that this new template is being created by other dimensional beings, and I'm asking, how is this so? Because we have free will, and but we are working together, like we are working together with you right now, and so like this, like we're working together with you right now. So you have given your consent, and we work together. You could be sleeping in your bed, and with the covers over your head, but you choose to be here, and with your mascara running down your face, sweating. Like I sweat so much in some of these transmissions. So much sweating because it's so hot. And my mascara goes like all over my eyes and is all under my eyes and on top of my eyes, and it's just everywhere. And it doesn't matter. It just is what it is. And this is what they're saying to me now. Like I could be choosing I could choose to sleep in my bed, or I can come here and let the mascara run down my face and let it be. And same with you. You can let your mascara run all over your face. Regardless of your gender, and you're gonna be you. And it's gonna be messy. And it's you can be messy. And you're gonna be messy. And it's okay. It's okay. Be messy. But you are being here, being your glorious mess. Because like the construction, the roads have to be ripped up to pave the new roads. And in fact, the roads will never be paved again with the same material that they were paved with before. Everything will change in the new earth. Everything is a new, is a true. Is in this alignment. So money and wealth, you can have everything. All the needs are met, and when something is asked for or needed, it is like a group consciousness. It is for the greatest good of all. Now you're going for you, you're creating for you, you're getting for you, you're building for you. And soon, you know your interdependence. In some ways, this starts with the earth and the agriculture and the climate. You are like faced with this interdependence through this challenge, and you have like no choice really. And like we don't ever want to say you have no choice, but it's like you have really like backed yourself into a corner to the point where you have no choice but to realize your interdependence. And part of this is very helpful to the ascension process, the raising of consciousness, and your knowing of your interdependence. You can create anything, and in the new template, you will, and you will not require the financial exchange that you require now in the ways that you require, and some won't have more than others. And you will work together in unity, and you will have a whole new template. And the new earth children are creating the template. In some ways, you can say you are the new earth children. And more are coming. And they will like secure the template. So they're showing me like new earth children like surrounding, like gathering around what is like a template, and all of their light together, they like come together around this template to like create this new template, this like grid. And I said they like hold it, they like hold it, they hold it, they hold it. They hold it, so that it may be built upon. Like they hold it steady in their frequency and their determination for this knowing of divinity and knowing of this inherent knowing, knowing. They come with the knowing of equality for all, and this interdependence, and the importance of it. And they like hold this new template steady so that it like anchors. Okay, in a new earth expression, you can create all that you need. And your ideas of like what wealth and money and all of these currencies, cryptocurrencies, digital banking, all of this stuff. Starts to like be dismantled because you have new ways of being, and we would say true ways of being, and knowing that you can manifest and create everything because you are divinity, and the divine that is you has everything that it needs. So you are it. You have everything you need. How could you not? When you know this and you embody this, and this is part of your template of the new earth, this is the foundation of the template of your new earth, you will create and co-create the most beautiful expression. And that doesn't mean that there won't be challenges. It's not like you're all on fluffy clouds in the sky with trees and lakes and all on like rafts and, whatever. And it's just, like fanning and grapes, and like you're being fed grapes and fans, and it's like whatever. No, it's you're still doing like what you would call like work on and you're still having an experience like a earth experience, but it is a whole new earth and a whole different experience, and it is a fully embodied experience. And it comes in waves or levels. It's not like full embodiment, but it is like one embodies and then like light bulbs or dominoes, more and more and more, and it continues to grow into a full embodiment or a full what is this embodiment? Can I? Yeah. Okay. In a full embodiment. They'll say they'll leave it at that. And so you are so marvelous, so powerful, and you are just continuing to play in a template right now, and trying to figure out like what pieces stay and what pieces go, and really all pieces go. Now I'm asking. Yeah. All pieces go, but they don't go as much as they are just transmuted, transformed, and reknown. It's like reknowing them. So in 5D or New Earth, you will still have challenges. There will still be some people who have like different, like now you all have a different expression. You have all different like levels, vibrational frequency levels and levels of awakening. You all have special gifts. This continues. But now in a 5D or in a New Earth expression or template, you honor your differences. Instead of trying to make everybody be the same, you honor your differences. And you allow people to be. And in this, you see that everything is a divine manifestation. And you manifest as such. And everyone is in their own way. But even though they're in their own way, or they are expressing in their own way, you see them as divinity because you know yourself as divinity. You know them as divinity. Okay, so we're just going to do a little energy here, work. Right now, you know yourself as separate, and you get for you. Soon you will know yourself as interdependent, and you will co-create. It is so. The new earth children hold the grid steady as it is built. They hold the frequency as the new earth is built. You now are holding the frequency for this to start. It has started. And you are like plowing the fields, the pioneers. And for this, we are deeply grateful. It is through this that we are able to bring through this message. And for this, we are deeply grateful. Anasiata kanesi ata kanasoti anasa kenia shakania kanasikiata karasa kareta karesa karasa karasi kirisi kirisi. So we say that ayarasa karasa, this world, this new earth, ianasa karasa, it is so. And everyone's inherent worth is known. Your divinity is known, and you know the divinity of all. And while it is not without its challenges, because after all it is earth, it is, the challenges are known in a different way, in a higher way, in a through the perspective, in a clear knowing, that's what they're saying, in a clear knowing. Right now you're knowing things through a distortion, and in a new earth experience you know them through clear knowing. So the way you see challenge, you see it in a clear knowing, you see the divinity within it, you see the bigger picture within it, and you Anasakarasa relate to it and each other in a completely different way. Yes, we are pleased with this transmission today. Okay, is there anything else that wraps this up, or something unsaid or needs to be said? Love, 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 love. Always love. And they're thanking me now because I thought we would be doing something else today. And so you're watching this in 3 segments over a span of time, which I believe to be about a week. But for me, you saw the sun, and now you see the sun go down. It's just a continuous message. So my expectation was something different, and they like to be jovial with me. They're saying don't forget. They're saying to forget. Don't forget to forget your expectations. Diane, they're saying to me, because we will always surprise you. That's true. Okay, they're sending energy now. So. Oh my goodness. My cheeks, when you smile so much that your cheeks hurt, these 3 messages in a row have been so joyous and so blissful. And I've smiled so much that, and maybe I've talked so much too, oh my gosh, that my jaw hurts. It's tense. I'm gonna have to give it a little massage. So let's see. Love, 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 love. Okay, so that's it. For now. Anisi anakoshu eamai tai so. Okay. Thank you so much to the guides for this transmission today. And thank you so much for sharing in this journey, and for just showing up and sharing. And I just appreciate all of you. And I know that, I write it in the comments, and I know that I've said it before at the end of a few messages that You know, it's very heartfelt. I really appreciate your comments. I really appreciate your likes, but not because I'm like, oh, it's a like. It's just like, oh, yeah, you connected. I love it. And even if you don't like, that's okay too. I appreciate that too. I get it. Trust me, I get it. If I met myself, or watched this like 20 years ago, I'd be like, what? So I understand that when people see this, that they might be like, that's a thumbs down for me. So, and that's totally fine. I completely respect that. And so I really appreciate your support, and I appreciate your connection and just our connection together. And so, yeah, I just want to take just a moment to just thank you for that and tell you that I appreciate it, because I don't know that my emojis and my words are really enough, but just like, if I can tell you, well, I want to say face to face, but like, heart to heart, that I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate just the connection. And so thank you so much for sharing in this journey with me and with the guides. And as always, we're sending you so much love. Thank you.